Yo, what is up, everybody? We're back with another part to the What If Goku is Betrayed series. Last time we left off with Goku killing what would be Frieza. Now, before we get into this, if you guys could comment Death God, it'll help promote the video. So without further ado, let's get into this part.
Hey, swag.
Now Goku and the rest of the Saiyans are watching as King Cold's ship approaches Earth. Huh. So he still thinks I'm there, huh? He thinks I would go back to the planet I originated from? What a fool. Well, I guess he's right in a way. I am following his ass there. As he goes and follows along as King Cold's ship lands. They land their ship there as well. After all, they did steal one after they defeated Frieza. They get out and notice that there's a young boy waiting there. One wearing a Capsule Corp logo on his jacket. Huh. Did Bulma hire a new employer before she died? As he looks over, he sees a battle happening between what would be, or an altercation between the boy and King Cold. King Cold gets a little cocky and says, "You're nothing but insignificant rat. Where's Goku?" He's like, "I don't know where Goku is exactly, but I'm willing to occupy you for now," as he defeats King Cold in seconds. Goku's actually astonished. He's like, "Wow, this is quite impressive. He's pretty powerful." He walks over to the boy. The boy looks over to see Goku. "Oh, Goku? Why is your hair white?" Because it's just turned white. That's simple as that. I can't really explain it. Why is your hair fucking purple?" He's like, "Well, I guess you're right." Then he looks over and sees Vegeta, and Vegeta wearing weird clothing, Saiyan clothing. He doesn't really understand this entirely, but he knows that's his father. He doesn't know where his mother is, but he doesn't want to seem too suspicious. So he simply asks. He tries to warn Goku. He says, "Well, I came here to warn you, and I want to talk to you alone. It seems this is a sufficient time. There's going to be androids in the future, landing here, in about a year's time, so I'd watch out if I were you. They're extremely powerful. I can't even beat them, even though I have Super Saiyan." Well, that's quite nice to know. Although, I don't think your strength is comparable to mine. I'll take care of them. And I'm glad to know there's finally a challenge that could, suffice to what would be my strength. He's like, "You don't think I could beat you, huh?" "No, I know you can't. Looking at your display of power, that was nothing." He's like, "Mind if I test that out?" "I'm fine with that." As he goes to attack Goku, Goku activates his True Saiyan form, or aka what would be a form that he started to develop. It hasn't fully activated. It's kind of Super Saiyan, but mixed with Super Saiyan 4. His body grows bodily hair, and what would be his hair begins to spike. And since it's white, it doesn't really do anything. But he hasn't fully mastered it. Only parts of his body begin to grow the hair. Once it's fully mastered, he'll obtain infinite power. It's basically a base form that just can't be competed with. The angrier he gets, the stronger he gets. Very similar to Broly's primal form, I guess you could say. His Uzaru. It's his version of an Uzaru form. That's his, more or less his Saiyan, let's say, Saiyan pride kicking in, letting no one being able to beat him. Trunks pulls out his sword, unleashing a barrage of attacks. Goku simply looks at it. He doesn't even bother to block it. He tanks it, as they do nothing to his body. He realizes that his form is far superior. This is probably a multiplier of 200 times. It's much higher than what would be Super Saiyan 2. Yeah, Super Saiyan 2 is a multiplier of 100 times. He's much stronger than anyone else at this point in time, but he does want to master his power. He wants to get it stronger. That's why he's going to train in the hyperbolic time chamber until it's fully perfected. Trunks looks at Goku as like he's a fucking monster. Whoa, I never expected someone to tank it like that, and I've never seen that Saiyan form. It's not perfected yet, but it's something only I can achieve. While you may have taken Super Saiyan, it's nothing compared to this. Because he notices it, he's achieved Super Saiyan to a degree. He's gotten false Super Saiyan, so he knows what Super Saiyan is. And he sees this kid with it, and he's like, alright, well, it's a higher multiplier. Seems to be 50 times his base. But it's nothing compared to this form. As it continues on, Trunks ends up leaving, saying goodbye to him, and that he'll return in about a year's time span to see what's going on. Goku simply says, "There's no need. I'd rather you stay away. After all, just continue on training, so you don't actually die in your world." Now, Trunks is kind of taken off guard by this, but he doesn't really let it affect him too much. Now, as they go back to what would be the time chamber to train, Goku says, I'm going to train every single one of you. You're all going to obtain Super Saiyan. After all, I need some stronger training partners. You're all nothing but weaklings right now. Vegeta bites his tongue, but he knows this is an awesome opportunity for him to get stronger. After all, he's pissed that another person has Super Saiyan other than him. So as they go into the time chamber, they begin fighting and training consistently. Goku's power level is getting closer and closer. He's slowly mastering his form, while everyone else masters Super Saiyan, even getting closer to Super Saiyan 2. Goku masters his, I'll say it's Goku's Zaro form, that's what I'll call it, I guess, unless you guys come up with a better one. So Goku's false Ozaru, I guess, because it's like false Super Saiyan? Yeah. Goku's false Ozaru form, he's finally mastered it. Yes, this power. It's immense. I'll never be able to lose with this. Hey. Yes. It's been about a year, and finally, cities are being destroyed. They go towards what would be the destruction sounds. They see what would be a clown-looking android. It's super fat. Goku starts to make jokes. Who would make a fat android like you? You're not suitable for battle. One punch and I'll send all that blubber flying. It starts to talk shit towards Goku as well. Goku. Looks like you're nothing more than a weakling. I was expecting more power from you. Goku's like, oh, it looks like you can't read power levels. As he runs or disappears behind the vision of the android and completely one-shots him. Usually it would absorb the ki, any ki blast attack thrown towards him, or absorb their ki if it gets hold of his body. But no, it was so fast it was pierced through his chest, splitting him in two. Dr. Gero watching this is he's in utter shock. What? How? How can you do that? You destroyed my creation in such time. He rushes off, trying to get to what would be his androids to awaken him. They haven't been awakened yet at this point in time. He needs to. As he gets there, Goku's not really following him. He's following him, but he's not giving a big pursuit, trying to stop him. After all, he wants to have a little bit of fun. That was too easy. As he waits towards what would be Dr. Gero running in and activating the androids, telling him that they need to do his bidding as Goku looks at him, Dr. Gero gets killed off, just like in, canon. And they look at Goku. It looks like you're Goku, huh? We heard a lot about you. You're in our programming system. I really don't know why he wants us to kill you so badly, or why he tried it. But I do know that this big buddy back here, I think he's the one that's going to take care of you. As he activates it. As it opens up, Goku sees what would be Android 16 pop out. As he scans everyone, he notices Goku. Goku must destroy. He rushes towards Goku. Immediately, everyone else is like, whoa, chill! We're still in the cavern! Even the androids are surprised. Goku stops his fist. He powered up to what would be his false Super Saiyan. He doesn't use Super Saiyan since he can't achieve it fully. His power's too immense for Super Saiyan. But he can use false Super Saiyan since it's, I guess, kind of like a base form for him. And he doesn't want to show off his full power yet. After all, he won't be able to have real fun. But he stops the fist, looks at him in the eyes. So you're the one they wanted to kill me with. I'm surprised they chose such a weakling, as he crushes the fist of the android, grabbing him by the throat and slamming him to the floor. Android 18 runs forward trying to attack. Goku just simply kicks her away. So you're like a firecracker. I like it. Honestly, I never expected that. Then he goes over and what would be Android 17, grabs him by what would be his arm, slamming him to the floor. The others are just watching in awe. Vegeta's a little pissed. He's like, why can't I fight them? Goku's like, alright, I'll give you a chance. As he backs off, Vegeta, do your best against these three. Now, Android 16 says, no, I'll only fight Goku. That's all I matter. And he makes a simple request. Alright, I'll let you fight me if you can beat Vegeta. Now, Android 16's perspective is a little shattered since he's been knocked around so much by Goku. So he agrees to this. Now, as he begins all three of these attacking Vegeta, Vegeta's overwhelmed immediately. He realizes that he's barely able to keep up with one of them, let alone three. And while Goku's watching and just kind of laughing at this, he's like, I told Vegeta he was nothing but a weakling. Someone's sneaking up behind him. Yes, it's Future Cell. He came from a different timeline and actually began absorbing what would be the Saiyans. Now, he took out Nappa while Nappa was still watching in his Super Saiyan form, trying to perfect it more. He's absorbed, then he grabs what would be Raditz, and he absorbs him as well. He's now in his perfect form. No, even stronger than his perfect form. He looks over to see Vegeta battling the androids. Goku walks in to interfere. He notices that Goku's the strongest there. He can just tell. After all, Goku's been holding back this entire time. Vegeta's beat thoroughly on the floor. He looks over and he says, "Well, that's enough. Looks like you couldn't handle him like you thought." As he begins fighting against him, they're like, "Wow, your friend was pretty cocky. But I see you can actually back up your words." As Goku begins blocking all their attacks and sending them flying back with just a course of ki, breaking the ground. And he looks over to see Vegeta screaming out in agony as he's getting absorbed. He can't fight properly, seeing as how he was beat to such an immense degree. They look over and they're all shocked. What? What is this? How is this even possible? How can this be? Android 18 would say. Well, it looks like your friend is absorbing my ally, Goku says. He's honestly not that. He's more shocked by it, but he's not really sad. He's like, "Well, looks like you truly are a weakling. But that's kind of problematic. After all, I need him for training," as he runs over to try to finish him off. But he doesn't make it in time. So Cell actually absorbs Vegeta fully, getting this immense power, competing against Goku's false Super Saiyan. No, surpassing it. He's beating against Goku. Goku actually has to power up to what would be a less perfected form of his, false Uzaru, as he grabs what would be the android Cell by his neck, and sends him flying against a wall. They look over and they're like, "What?" He looks over at what would be Android 17 and immediately begins absorbing him. Now Goku, watching this, is kind of intrigued, so he watches it happen before attacking. But as he goes to attack Android 18, he gets in the way and blocks it. Well, I can't be having you kill my future wife now, can I? Android 18's in shock. What? He's like, "Yeah. After all, I like your personality. You're a firecracker and you're quite capable. You didn't hesitate to try to kill me, a stranger. I like that. That's what a true Saiyan wife should be like." It's like she's kind of blushing by this, but she's still in shock because her brother just got eaten. So she's like, "I can't marry you. You just watched my brother get eaten. Don't worry about it. You worry too much. I'll take care of this." As he begins to power up, he carries grabs what would be Cell by his neck and throws him outside. Then he rushes out, full power, beginning to shake the entire earth. The ground's cracking. This power is so immense. People are thinking it's seismic earthquakes everywhere. No, it's Goku powering up. He stomps on the floor. It causes a crack, encasing what would be Cell into the floor. He runs over, grabbing Cell by his face, slamming him to the floor, begins gut punching until he spits out what would be Android 17. He grabs him by the throat, and he courses his ki into the body, incinerating the entire body. But Cell comes back more powerful. "Ah, I see you can regenerate. That's quite bothersome. Looks like I'll have to go beyond my limits." He starts powering up, screaming, his eyes going black, his aura turning from a blackish red to a whitish black. This is basically his, going beyond entirely. It's kind of like, I guess you could say, a Super Saiyan 2 form of his Uzaru, but it's much more powerful. The multiplier is around 700 times his power. Cell clearly is outmatched. He was outmatched before, but Goku just simply wants an excuse to power up. As he's going beyond, he grabs what would be Cell, incinerates him entirely by throwing him into the air and unleashing a mouth beam so powerful it incinerates that along with the moon. Well, looks like that was quite simple. As he looks at the two androids, looks at Android 18 helping Android 17 up. "Oh, well, looks like I'm gonna have to go and find the Dragon Balls, just so I can revive that piece of shit." Like, "What? Dragon Balls? I've heard of those." "Well, of course you have. But didn't you kill Kami?" "Well, yeah, but have you not heard about it? There's another planet of Namekians just like him. There's gotta be something there." Now, they look at Goku and they're kind of in fear, but Android 18 can't help but be intrigued by him. After all, he did want her to be his wife. "You mind if we come along? After all, we kind of want to get stronger, and the best way I see of getting stronger is coming along with you." I'm fine with it," he says, as they follow along. They get into a ship, preparing to leave, and that's where I'm going to leave it off. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. This might have been a little bit of an awkward part, but I guarantee the next one's going to be 20 times better than most of the other parts I've done previously for this series.